Welcome, 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 everyone, to the mostly spoiler filled discussion of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Star Wars is back. Y'all hyped?
Yes, it is.
I'm hyped.
I am too.
I am joined today by my good friend Dylan. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I believe this might be the first time I ever appeared on your channel, so if it is, let me just kind of get this out of the way. I have a YouTube channel myself, which I am also uploading my own personal spoiler-free and spoiler review for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. You guys can check that out because those videos will be uploaded by the end of tonight. Thank you for having me on, my bud.
Anytime, anytime. Now, before we get started, I just want to preface this right now. It's still pretty much a dark time for Star Wars. A lot of split opinions, a lot of toxic entitled people out there spewing their shit out there, and I just want to say, regardless of what you think about the state of Star Wars right now, whether it be Kenobi or the sequels or just anything in the
Hmm.
franchise, it's all just our own opinions. And so
Yeah.
just don't go in the comments spewing bullshit. Let's keep it respectful, and we should all have a good time.
Alright? Alright.
Now,
Yeah. Yeah.
with
Of
that
course.
being said, let's talk about Kenobi. This was my most anticipated release of the year. Halloween Ends is my most anticipated movie release of the year. But all around, this was what I was excited for most in the year 2022. And now we have
Yeah.
the first two episodes. So, Dylan, my friend,
Uh,
what did you think of the first two episodes of Obi-Wan
yeah.
Kenobi?
Well. First off, like you said, it's your most anticipated thing of the year. I do have to admit this. Um, Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of my favorite characters. He's not my favorite character, but
Oh,
he is one of the favorite characters.
he's my
For me, that's Vader.
favorite.
Vader, Anakin is mine. Anakin is my favorite.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Obi-Wan Kenobi too, and it's because of my love for Obi-Wan that I have been not worried about it, but fearful of it. And because of that, for the longest time, and I still feel this way even after these two episodes. Uh, for me, they kind of ruined Luke Skywalker. They messed Boba Fett's story up. They for some people kind of screwed up Palpatine in Episode 9. Could
Yeah.
this be a case of them messing up Obi-Wan Kenobi? I still feel like after watching these two episodes, I feel like I am much more excited for Cassian Andor, and I'll explain why. The reason why is because Cassian Andor is a brand new character. We have no expectations for this character, which means they can do whatever they want, and it will um, almost always be good because then you're not ruining a character to match your idea that's always been established. So, fact is, this series, it very well could ruin the characters of Obi-Wan and Anakin. I don't feel like they would. I feel like if they really did that, that would be a huge mistake. But that fear has always been there. And because of that, I would actually say Cassian Andor is my most anticipated project of the year. But I still am loving Obi-Wan Kenobi. And what I can say about episode one, at least, and I'm gonna recap a little bit of what I said in my review for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series here that you guys can go watch later on. Going to upload that by the end of tonight, by the way. Yeah, I really did enjoy Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, I feel like the way they took the certain story of Obi-Wan Kenobi, yeah, I do agree with some people. I feel like it is unnecessary, but I'm not like completely not open it. I'm not close to it. I'm open to it. I'm open to their interpretation. I'm open to see what they do. And so far, I'm not saying all of my worries are gone, But so far, I have really enjoyed myself with this story so far.
Good, good. I loved these episodes. And what I loved about it is that it didn't is that it is the complete opposite of what Rise of Skywalker was. Where
I
Rise
agree
of
with you there.
Skywalker was just complete just action, 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 fan pandering. This is fan service, but it does
Yep.
it right. And it
It doesn't
really
ruin
dives
what
yeah,
came before it either. Yeah.
yeah. And it dives into Obi-Wan's psyche, his PTSD, the guilt, and the
Yeah.
angst that he feels.
And something I will say, this really isn't a spoiler, but I will say this. Okay, if you guys watched Hawkeye, I really enjoyed the character, and I enjoyed the Hawkeye TV show, but that is not a Hawkeye TV show. That is a Kate Bishop show, and I can tell you this right now, they did not give this the Hawkeye treatment. This is Obi-Wan's story. I love that. I love the fact that it is Obi-Wan's story. They didn't just mess up Obi-Wan's story just to tell Rivas. No, a lot of
Exactly.
people were saying that that's what was gonna be, and I'm so glad it's not.
She was there exactly the way that she needed to be. She is
Exactly.
obsessed with Kenobi. She is unhinged. And that's what makes her intimidating. I mean, she cut off that freaking lady's hand.
Yep. Just for asking about a Jedi.
Yeah, it's
Just
like
for saying,
the Empire
no, the
has no
Jedi are
peace.
all dead. Blah blah blah. Nope. Shot.
And she was gonna kill Owen.
She was. She was
Like this
definitely gonna kill him.
like this chick is crazy. But I love it.
I really did like it too.
And in
And I
some
mean,
ways, I think she might be more interesting than the Grand Inquisitor.
some ways I kind of actually agree with you on that. Actually, I really do.
His
And
opening scene, though, that little monologue in the cantina there was great, though, I will admit.
yes,
Jedi
I will
cannot
admit
help
that.
what they are.
Oh, and did you notice that he has yellow eyes?
Yep, because this is I think this is the same Inquisitor from Rebels, or maybe it's just, or
Yes, it
maybe,
is. But what I'm saying is, if you don't know, I don't know if you know this, Zach, but so
yep,
many when the fans first saw the trailer, one of their biggest problems in the trailer, and I understand it, but like I thought it was kind of silly, is the fact that he doesn't have Sith eyes. And it's like, guys, do you not realize this? That Sith, unless they're relishing in the dark side, they don't have Sith eyes. Maybe he just wasn't relishing in the dark side at that moment. Maybe that's why they didn't have Sith eyes. And when the show came out, guess what? The dude has Sith eyes. So heck.
yep. Now, let's talk a bit about Ewan McGregor, who
Oh.
steals the show, which, of course, it's his show.
Mm.
Oh, man. I was prepared for the fact that I was going to be really emotional seeing this guy back, because Obi-Wan is not just my favorite character in Star Wars. He's my favorite character in all of media, if that makes sense.
That's Darth Vader for me. This is funny because that's how I feel exactly about Darth Vader being back.
What I was not expecting them to do was to really. I mean, I know that he would be in angst over what happened, but the angle I wasn't expecting was all this PTSD stuff. This guy is suffering
It
every
makes
night.
sense though. It
Nightmare.
really does. And yet, you know what also I really like about it though? Even though, yes, it is very terrible and we are seeing the effects that it has on Obi-Wan, you gotta admit this, that out of all of the pain and suffering that we're seeing in the show, for some reason, there's still a tiny bit of hope in Obi-Wan's heart. That you can see it when he looks at Luke Skywalker.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, he's still committed to this mission, watch over Luke, train him when the time comes.
Mm-hmm. And are we getting spoilers?
Oh yeah, this is spoiler talk.
Okay, dude. I loved the callback to that little toy that Luke Skywalker has in Episode 4. Which, by the way, behind the scenes, Vats, if you guys didn't know it, that little toy was actually the actual model for a ship. In
Yep,
Star Wars. Yeah. But
it was.
I love the fact that Obi-Wan he bought that little toy, tried to give it to Luke, and here comes Owen tossing it back.
Yeah,
I bet you by the end
oh,
of the
that was
show,
such a great scene.
yep. And I bet you by the end of the show, Obi-Wan is probably gonna get that somewhere back to Luke.
Oh yeah, like probably in the last episode, he'll probably finally get it, and
Yep. It's just a toy. Oh my god. And Ewan
that was
McGregor's
probably my
acting.
favorite scene of the whole episode. Either that or the moment he digs up the lightsabers.
Yes, when he digs up, you know what? When I saw that, I was thinking, and I did a live reaction to it on my own channel as well. Forgot to tell you guys that, but when I saw that, I was thinking, oh, is that gonna be Anakin's? Is that gonna be Obi-Wan's? Oh, it's both. Now let's go. You know, I loved that.
I was thinking, why does he have him buried all the way out there and not just in his little place that he's got? But I
Makes
guess that
sense,
was
actually.
already part of lore, I guess.
He was
Anyway,
trying to
so
give up everything on the Jedi, and he just can't.
he couldn't.
Yep. Yeah.
Whew. What else,
Oh,
man?
boy.
What else?
And then we have to get little Princess Leia. Now, I've said this in my own review, and I'm just gonna say it right now. I was actually really worried that they were going to go with the Luke Skywalker route for this character and basically say that the only reason why he has hope again is just some random female character that we never heard of. Not because I'm against females. I love female characters, but
Yeah.
I want an actual good character. I wanted to feel genuine. I don't want just random girl on the street that we never met inspiring Obi-Wan. You know, I don't want that. I want an actual good character. And who inspires Obi-Wan? We got Luke Skywalker as the new hope, but we know that he's not the only hope. We have Princess Leia, and it makes perfect sense.
And the back and she's a talented little actress too. I mean,
Yeah, she is. She is
dude,
exactly Leia, dude.
dude, her freaking sass, man.
Dude, that is 100% Princess Leia.
Like, you're not a Jedi. You look all old and beat up. She had me
Or how
cracking.
about the line about grandfather maybe.
Oh yeah, that might have been the funniest line of these episodes.
Yeah. And dude, I liked her. You know that I want to punch that kid that said you're not a real Organa because you're not blood, blah 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 blah. Because you know, family isn't just about blood. But
Yeah.
I loved that moment though, when she is naive back to him, and yeah, he's like you don't have to give him respect, and she's like, okay, then I don't have to give you respect. I can't remember the exact line, but ooh, dang, what burnt.
Oh yeah. Freaking Uncle Owen's little bit was more of a burn, but yeah, that was an awesome scene as well. Cause
Yeah.
I think that's the way of showing of how she taps into the Force, but she obviously doesn't know it's the Force.
Yes.
It's like she can kind of see what they're thinking.
Yes.
I
And I
like
love that moment. I love that moment when basically tells Obi-Wan that you know she doesn't have a plan, but when someone is kind to them, basically go with it. And
Mhm.
he steps back and he's like, you remind me of someone. Like, you can see a little bit of Padme in there, but guess what?
It's
There's
funny
not
though,
just
'cause
Padme
at
in
first
there.
it's funny though. At first I thought he was talking about Satine, and I'm like, oh, about to
No,
make me cry there.
you're talking about Padme. And, and Anakin. There's a little bit of Anakin. There's a little bit of Padme and
Oh,
Princess Leia, and we
we'll
saw it.
get we'll get to that soon. Like, ooh.
Oh yeah, we'll get to Daddy in a second. Uh,
So
but
those so those are the characters mostly, the major characters.
yeah. We do have a couple of new characters too. I really liked Reva.
Mhm.
She was a really great character. Her story is basically what I think. I do not know this for a fact, but I think the reason why she's going after Obi-Wan specifically is because for you gotta remember, Obi-Wan Kenobi was a hero back in the day. He was
Mhm.
literally the hero of the Republic at the time.
And she
So she
thinks if she
probably
can and she thinks if she can capture him, that'll bring her
Well,
to the
not
top of
just
the
that,
rank.
but think about it like this, man. She's a little girl and she's looking at a hero. She's learning about a hero. So she probably thought when Order 66 happened, oh, don't worry, the hero Obi-Wan will come and rescue me. And he never does.
Mhm.
She loses faith in the Jedi and then she becomes an Inquisitor. And because she had so much faith in Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think that's why she's going after him specifically as her own revenge on the Jedi Order. Because her hero never came and rescued her. I think that's the way it's gonna go. And I like that.
Yep. We'll see. 4 more episodes.
Yep. And dude, I can't remember his name. He's actually from Eternals. The actor is from Eternals, and he was the
Oh yeah,
best part of
Kumail Nanjiani, I think.
Yeah, he was the best part of Eternals. I did not like Eternals at all. He was the
I
only
didn't
part that I
either.
liked
That's
about it.
that and Black Widow are the first 2 MCU movies where I disliked an MCU film.
I
But yeah,
love Black
he
Widow,
was
but
but
Eternals is
yeah,
so bad.
he was great in this,
He
pulling off
was.
the little Jedi
He
scam, and
was.
that
So
was
yeah, the Jedi scam. Oh my god, it was so good. But I really liked the twist. Like I thought he was gonna be okay. He's actually some type of smuggler. Now he wants to be a bounty hunter. He's kind of Han Solo-esque. He's gonna go after Obi-Wan and he's gonna try to capture him. Probably fail. The twist comes when he's actually like, you know what? I'm here to help. Wow, I was not expecting.
I still don't trust him.
I went.
I don't think he's working. I don't think he's working for the Inquisitors. I just think that he's just some con guy that's gonna backstab him.
Yep. I wouldn't trust him either. Trust me, I wouldn't trust him either. But I did like
A
the
great
twist that he was.
character though. A great little bit for him. I don't know if this is the last we're gonna see of him, like, but
No,
yeah,
I think we'll see a little bit of him. I think he'll be a reoccurring character for a little bit of it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then then we get to the big part of the show, right? The big reveal at the end of episode 2. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, dude. First
Oh my.
off, the freaking look in Obi-Wan's face when she says Anakin is still alive.
Yeah.
I'll admit, I kind of agree with what Rob said in his review that you maybe didn't need that bit. Like all you needed to say was Darth Vader is alive
Yeah.
because
But here's the thing, his mind is more open and she is reading his mind. So she probably
maybe
heard the word Anakin from him. So I
yeah
accept it. I don't think it was necessary. I accept the fact that she knows Anakin is Vader only because she was probably reading Obi-Wan's mind during that. I'll
yeah
make a video on that sometime. But
yeah. That's just how I probably would have edited it. Is that all? That's all you need to say is Anakin. No, not Anakin, but Darth Vader is
Darth
still
Vader is still alive, yeah.
and you
And
still have that
oh
look on
my god.
Obi-Wan's face.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Now, I will say this, dude, though. Now, this is a pet peeve of mine. This is a nitpick. This is the one thing that actually I really hate, and yet, on the other hand, I really love the fact that they did it. But the thing is, they retconned how Obi-Wan found out about Anakin, because it used to be, and this was canon, this was a canon comic book, that Obi-Wan found out Anakin was alive at a bar, at a random bar on Tatooine. That is right. That is how he originally found out. Now, while I will accept this is far better than Obi-Wan finding out at some stupid bar. They did retcon it, so it really makes me question. Okay, the comic books, the TV shows, the especially the video games and all of that. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna retcon all of that later on. So what is the point of me watching any of this, reading any of these other materials, if you're gonna retcon it? What's the point of me wasting my time, Disney? I will admit that
Yeah.
did it a far better job than him finding out at some stupid bar, but at the same time, you just retconned your own stuff again. What's the point of me reading this other material and wasting my time if you're not going to pay attention to the canon? It's a nitpick, it's a small nitpick. I can't let it determine my enjoyment for the show because I love the show, but Disney, you did screw up again.
Eh, so long as it's better, like it doesn't.
It is better. I will admit that. It is better.
So long as it's better, then yeah, it makes no difference to me. What I want to know is the Grand Inquisitor dead, or is this a different Inquisitor?
No, that basically, I promise you, what they're gonna do is the Grand Inquisitor. We're probably gonna throw him in the back of the tank and he'll be fine.
I don't know, man. I mean, a full-on lightsaber wound. She impaled the guy. Reva
Yeah,
just freaking gutted him through the stomach.
yeah, but and dude, I was so shocked and surprised when I saw that too. But they can't kill him off because he's in Star Wars Rebels. So
Yeah, but
it
I
is
I
the
still
exact same.
love that moment though, because if there's any type
Same
of
with
villain
me.
I
I was
like,
not
they're just
expecting that.
completely unhinged.
Yep, I was not expecting that. And you know when I saw that, you know what the first thing came to my
She's
mind
going
is?
against she's basically going against her own order just to follow some obsession.
Yep. And you know what I'm gonna see this as? You know what? I'm calling it right now. I could be wrong. I'm calling it right now because of her stupid and utter mistakes. She's gonna annoy Vader, and Vader's gonna kill her by the end of the series.
Oh
I
yeah,
kind of want to see it.
because we know Vader and Obi-Wan are gonna fight. Like Reva maybe gonna be there, having
Oh, I
some
think he's
monologue
gonna
with
kill
her.
Reva.
Vader's gonna gut her ass, and then we'll get the big
Yep.
fight.
Yep. I think he's gonna kill her.
You know what I hope they do? Not that
What?
it'd be bad if Vader just ends up showing up through the rest of the series, but I would just build it up slowly, like we get small scenes, and then Vader
Yeah.
just full on appears in episode 6.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? We do know we're gonna see Vader getting dressed at some point. Could that be the next episode? Not starting off that way, but slowly over time, building up to the big bad himself.
Oh yeah, because to say that something that this series is going to delve into is how painful it is for
For
Vader to
Vader.
just stay alive day to
Yep.
day.
Yeah. And we gotta make this clear. Um. Yeah, they kind of stole the idea from Star Wars Theory. Star Wars Theory did it first, and it was awesome. But I'm
I
so
haven't
glad
watched
they
Star
did
Wars
it in
very
this.
much. Nothing against it. I just
Nothing
don't.
against him. No, I stopped watching him a long time ago too. But
Yeah,
he
I
did
just
do it
haven't
first. I
really
want to
seen
give shout outs to him. He did do this idea first, and it turned out to be really cool. I'm glad they did it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I
Oh
will
my god.
admit, a bit of a freaking cock tease at the end. Obi-Wan has his lightsaber out, and she's freaking taunting him.
Mhm.
Dude, but I like that though. It's still building up, like how Obi-Wan
Yeah.
just doesn't draw his lightsaber right away. That's
Yeah.
smart.
Though I
It's not
can tell
just
you this.
building it up for the fans, but it's playing into his character, showing that that he
exactly. And
it's kind
you
of like
might
how
disagree with me,
it's
Zach.
kind of like oh, I was gonna say that it's kind of like how Tony Stark and Iron Man, it's the armor. It's not the armor that makes him Iron Man. So
Yeah,
he uses
exactly.
it
I agree
into
with
like
that.
abilities. So
Yeah,
Obi-Wan not just immediately drawing his lightsaber and all that. It works story wise, and also it's neat little cock tease, building it up for the fans and all. But so I like that. It's great
exactly.
execution.
And something that you might disagree with me about this, Zach, but I don't want Obi-Wan Kenobi to turn on the lightsaber until he sees Vader and has no choice. I don't want Reva to be the reason why he turns on that lightsaber.
That'd be harmless to me, just because
I
because she
want it to
has a
be
lightsaber
Vader.
after all.
I
It
want it
it
to
would
be
be
Vader.
poignant. It would be poignant for it to be that way, but
Yeah.
it'd be fine because
It would be
there's only
fine, but
so
I really kind of don't
there's
want it.
only
I don't
so
want
there's
a
all
fight between those two. I
yeah,
want a
because
fight
after all
between Obi-Wan and Vader.
there's only so many ways you'll be able to fend off against someone with a lightsaber without using your own lightsaber. So I'd be
That's
fine
true.
with it.
That's true. I personally don't want him to turn on that lightsaber till he sees Vader. I think it would be just so much more emotional for us to be like that. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Vader. Seeing back the tank Vader was just oh my God, what a good shot. I'm so glad they didn't show him in the first episode either. It's so much better to show him off like this. Um,
Yeah.
good.
Now I wonder if that was Hayden in
I
that
believe
scene.
it was. I
You
believe
know
it
what?
was Hayden Christensen in the paint in the art.
And I think I've been hearing things about flashbacks and stuff to like Clone Wars days.
That could be cool.
That would be ecstatic
Yep,
to
that
see
would be cool.
to see basically like live action Clone Wars era, because
Yeah,
we've seen the Clone Wars, and that's an awesome show. So to
yep.
see that, but with Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, dude, dude,
And I
fangasm.
also really love the fact that he didn't use any force powers until he absolutely had to save Leia's life.
Yeah, like, and that's something else I didn't think was gonna happen, that he was out of tune with the Force.
Well, this is the way I look at it, okay? The Force, it's a midi-chlorians, whether you like them or not, they are part of your body and everything. And if you're
Oh yeah,
not
yeah.
training them all the time, if you're not training them all the time, it's not that you could lose power in the Force completely. It's more of the case if you're not training your muscles all of the time, then you're not going to be as good as using it as you would if you were training all the time. So that's the way I look at it. Now, when it comes to Obi-Wan, something else that people don't really understand about Obi-Wan, and it's really weird because he actually is the one that shows Luke a lot of the powers. But Obi-Wan, believe it or not, is one of, in terms of force abilities, the weakest Jedi in all of Star Wars. Now, hold on. It's his skills and it's his smarts that makes him on top, if not better,
Oh,
than
I agree.
student Vader.
Oh, I definitely agree, man. Like,
Yep.
great points there.
Yeah, so Obi-Wan is actually really weak in the Force. It's his skills that makes him as good as Anakin, and that's why he trains Anakin. Is because you got the most powerful being on Earth being trained by the weakest being in the galaxy. I like it.
Indeed, indeed. What did you think of the that other Jedi that was there who was on the run?
You know, I think it was a really good device to make Reva there on Tatooine. I think it makes sense. I think he would be running. Um, I think it's just luck that he stumbled on to feeling Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Force and that he wanted to meet him and everything. And I think it does make sense, and I'm really glad they just killed him off. Like, I think as cool as it would have been to have a couple episodes with the character, I think it just makes sense of what they did. He was just a device to get the story along, and I think it's all right.
Yep. And I'm seeing. You know what I fear though? I fear that this is gonna draw a lot of negative comparisons to the Last Jedi. It's like, oh, he's just all piss poor about the Jedi like Luke was. Like, really?
Okay, let me be clear about this for a second. Luke Skywalker, you are absolutely correct. They screwed up the character of Luke Skywalker. No one here, I'm sorry, no one can relate to, oh, my nephew turned evil. Wow. No one
Any
can relate to that. But you know what most people can relate to?
failure?
Most people can relate to losing their best friend. Most people can relate to having PTSD because of a freaking war.
Oh yeah.
Obi-Wan was in a war, guys, and he lost a war and his best friend and had to fight his best friend. It makes sense for Obi-Wan. It doesn't make sense for Luke because the fact is Luke didn't watch his nephew burn, catch on fire, thought he was dead. No, Luke watches his nephew run to the dark side, which I'm sorry, we can't relate to
Oh
that.
no, it's all right. It's like I
Now,
said, we
with
got.
that said, I like Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is the only good part about the sequels to me. I will say that. But Luke, they totally messed up.
Yep. Oh
It
man,
makes
like
sense for
there
Obi-Wan.
are things about Last Jedi I liked,
No, I
but as
hate
far as like
The Last
something in
Jedi.
Star Wars that just totally bores me, Book of Boba Fett, it was just
The only thing worse than the Book of Boba Fett, and I'm sorry because I know you do like it, Zach. The Bad Batch is a bad batch. Can't stand that show.
say that again.
The Bad Batch is a bad batch.
Dr. Octagonopus!
I'm just playing around with you, but
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, but
But freaking yeah, this is exactly what I always wanted whenever I imagined a story about this stage in Obi-Wan Kenobi's life.
yeah.
And so far I think the execution is exquisite.
Yeah, but I will have to admit this, and whether you agree or not, the fact that Obi-Wan is being helped by Princess Leia has to go off well to find Princess Leia. Is the story 100% necessary to tell? No,
I
it is
think
not.
so. Uh,
No,
it's like I said
I
though,
disagree.
just the concept on paper, this stage in Kenobi's life,
I
depending
think it
on
makes
what you
sense.
do, yeah, it's like
It
I
makes sense
just
it's not necessary to me. I like the way they are portraying it. I like the way the story is going. I am open to the idea. I do still consider it unnecessary. However, I will
You are a...
I will say this though. I am enjoying it. I am loving it. And when it comes to our boy Obi-Wan Kenobi, man, I can't wait for more.
next Wednesday, man, chapter
Next,
3.
yep, chapter 3. And bro, I love the fact that they released episode 2, but you know what that means? That means we only have 4 weeks left of this instead of 5 weeks. Kind of sucks, right?
Yeah, Just so long as we get it.
Yeah, as long as it's good. And you know, when it comes to Princess Leia, I know what people will say. In episode 4, Princess Leia only says, "You helped. I heard how you helped my um uh, uh father in the Clone Wars."
I
Um,
think it makes more sense now how she,
I
with
think
why
it
she
does.
says, "You're my only hope."
Yep, she will probably find out that he goes to Tatooine, so she's on her way to Tatooine to find Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, here's the question: how I know we have Bail Organa, but how does she ever know to go to Tatooine to search for Obi-Wan? Huh? It could be
Her
a case
father
where she
probably
finds
told her.
out about it. You know?
Yep.
And I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem like she has 2 seconds to talk to Bail Organa, and Bail Organa is like, okay, now that you got the plans, go to Tatooine. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it makes sense that she does meet Obi-Wan and that she does know that he's a hero, and you know it's her only hope to save the galaxy. So she's going to him, just like he saved her once when she was a little girl. She now knows him as a hero, and hopefully as a Jedi he can help her again. I think it does make sense. Is it totally unnecessary? We can debate that all day. I think it is a little unnecessary, but
Dr. Octagonopus.
I am enjoying it. I am open to the idea, and I'm willing to see where this goes.
I can go all day. Oh, come on. Say it's unnecessary again.
Okay, it's unnecessary.
Dr. Octagonopus.
I love those clips, man. I watched those when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But
Go on.
think those are all the big ones.
Yeah, all of the small moments, you know, that's the thing. As much as the big moments are really cool, it's the small moments with Obi-Wan, you know, just the slow pan to him, paying
Mm-hmm.
attention to him, his expression, the slow moments is really what's selling the whole series to me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I love about this. This is a character study. It's not just action, action, action. It's actually telling a fucking story.
Yeah, I really did enjoy it. I think it's still really, really good show.
Yep. And this is probably the best that Disney has put out with Star Wars since the final season of Clone Wars.
I agree with you there. Now, I really love The Mandalorian, and that reveal with Luke Skywalker, fantastic.
Oh
This
yeah.
is the best thing since Rogue One and since the Clone Wars, just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see more. And so
You know,
far,
man,
again, like I
it's
say,
not.
I kept my expectations low for this. Every expectation I had is being met, so I'm happy about that.
You know, it's not good though. Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker to me, you know, I don't like Episode 8 so much, and what I will say is Rise of Skywalker did little to fix it. I accept
Yeah.
that they tried. I don't think it fixed it, and that's my thing. And I mean,
Oh yeah.
really, when you think about it, Episode 8 divided the fandom, Episode 9 wedged it.
Oh yeah,
And I kind
man.
of feel like
That
Obi-Wan
and that's
Kenobi
part
is
of
going to be.
and that's part of why this is such a breath of fresh air. When it show
It
when you get the right people on board that actually care about wanting to tell a story, people that care about the fans in the right way, you know, because there's a clear distinction between fan service and pandering.
I do agree with you on that. Yeah, and you know,
Obi-Wan Ken-
while
yep, Obi-Wan
uh,
Kenobi, fan
yeah,
service.
go ahead.
Rise of Skywalker,
hmm
pandering.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. They say fan service is bad, blah 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 blah. No, you know what it basically comes down
It's
to?
not about the service, it's how you use it.
It's how you use it. That's exactly right.
And that's all. And you see, fan pandering, ladies and gentlemen, is a desperate act of cowardice used
Mm-hmm.
only when the studios are not confident in their product, knowing that at their core they do not have a good story to go off of, so they can only think to throw in a lot of desperate Easter eggs, references, and appearances and all that.
Yep.
But when you have a good story at your core, like Kenobi does,
Yeah.
then the fan service works.
Uh-huh. And to be honest with you, you know what's really funny, man, about this whole thing? So, say what you want about the sequel trilogy. The sequel trilogy really panders to um the original trilogy fan. And look,
Oh
I
yeah,
love the original trilogy fan, but I think Disney forgot that the prequel fans existed because there was really no prequel stuff in
yeah,
the sequel
because
trilogy, and
because
I'm
I
loving Obi-Wan Kenobi because of it.
because I have the most up and down relationship with the sequel trilogy.
You
For
and me both.
every one thing that I love, and this is all three movies, for every one thing that I love the shit out of or really like, which there's a lot of things I like in the movies, then there's just four or five other things that come along all at once that bug the fuck out of me.
Hmm.
Most of them come from Rise of Skywalker, admittedly. Not that Force Awakens or Last Jedi don't have issues, but the bulk of it all comes from Rise of Skywalker.
For me, the bulk of it is The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Oh, Last Jedi has issues too, but it's just the most issues I have are with Rise of Skywalker, and it
Yeah.
sadly
For
affects
me, that's The
affects
Last
the other
Jedi.
two.
Yeah.
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 For the
For
most
me,
part,
that's just
I
The Last Jedi.
still really for the most part, I can still watch Force Awakens and really enjoy it as a Star Wars movie, flaws aside.
I haven't watched The Force Awakens in so long that I have no idea. The only Force Awakens that I actually watch now is shoutouts to our buddy Ninjoid243 hashtag released an Android cut because his version of episode 8 and his version of episode 7 I think are brilliant and I
Oh
love
yeah,
his version as well.
they were great
They're
fan
the only
edits.
ones that I can actually watch now when it
Yeah,
comes to the sequel trilogy.
yeah.
They're the
And
only
like
ones I
those,
will accept watching.
yeah. And like I said, so for the most part, I can still really enjoy Force Awakens overall as a Star Wars movie. Same with Last Jedi, flaws aside. Yes, I am mostly pro Last Jedi. I guess I'll just put that right out there. I like that movie still. And
I'm anti Last Jedi,
yeah.
obviously.
And Rise of Skywalker, liked it a lot in theaters. And for the most part, the few times that I'd rewatched it since then. But as of right now, it's only soured on me.
Hmm.
It's like I can still watch it as a fun little popcorn action
Yeah,
movie, but as a Star Wars movie, as what's supposed to be the end of the saga, it's not a satisfying ending at all.
I agree with you there. But on the one, it's
Yeah,
so
and
funny
all that
because
is that's just what makes Kenobi so
so much.
refreshing and
Yeah, you
makes it
know
feel
what? The
so
Book of
good.
Boba Fett, I had such a blast watching it. I will never watch the Book of Boba Fett again, other than maybe the Baby Yoda thing. Um,
You gotta give
but
Book
Obi
of Boba
Wan,
Fett credit for one thing. It gave us
what?
season 3, episode 1 of Mando early.
Yep, that
Eh,
it definitely did.
eh.
But but I really love Obi-Wan, and I think that this is gonna be a series that I'm probably gonna have to watch 10 times when it's over.
Oh
Like
yeah,
this is
like
something
2
I can actually
episodes
go back
and
and watch.
oh yeah, 2 episodes and I've already rewatched it like 'cause I
I
watched it.
just haven't had time. I've been making videos.
Yeah, overall like I've watched it like I've watched these 2 episodes like 3 times so far.
I watched it twice last night.
Mm.
I watched episode 1 and episode 2 twice. Well, no, I watched episode 2 twice last night.
Indeed.
It was so good. And that, oh my god, that Vader at the very end. Oh my god.
Yes.
Cannot wait for more.
Oh yeah. Episode 3 on Wednesday, and then it'll be running until June 22nd, I believe.
Hmm.
But as of right now, is there anything else before we wrap it up?
I will say this because I said this in my one review as well. Guys, and I understand that there is a lot of people who has given up on Star Wars or are thinking about giving up on Star Wars and stuff like that. We even have friends in our own group that are like that. Uh the thing I will say is this. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you are our only hope.
Damn right.
Save us.
Right.
Save us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You are our only hope.
And so far, it is.
So far, is.
And to wrap it up, as far as grades, probably solid 9, maybe 10 out of 10 for both episodes. I loved it.
For me, it's an 8.5 on episode 1 and a 10.10 on episode 2.
Yeah, probably a 9.5 for both episodes.
It's an 8.5 on episode 1 and a 10 out of 10 on episode 2. I thought episode 2 was just perfect.
Exactly. Wait. It was the most anticipated release of the year, and it was well worth the wait. But with that being said, was going to go for a full hour, but I feel like we've covered most of the big parts of the episodes. And then we will be back hopefully on Wednesday to cover episode 3.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be back Wednesday.
In the meantime, Dylan, my friend, where can they find you at?
Okay, you guys can find me at. By the way, thank you for having me on, Zach. You guys can not only find me here on Zach's channel next Wednesday. I'm going to try to make it, of course. This is actually my first time appearing on your channel, so thank you for having me on. You guys can find me at not only Ninjoy243, the Awesome Air Sauerkraut's channel, but you guys can find me on my own channel, where tonight my review for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, my personal review for episode 1 and episode 2 will be up. I have 2 videos going up. I have a spoiler-free video as well as a spoiler review. You guys can go check them out both if you watch this stream, obviously. Thank you for having me on, Zach. This was tons of fun. Can't wait to talk more Obi-Wan.
Indeed. And Dylan's channel is in the description there, or in the comments there. And we were gonna have Ninjoid and Austin on, but I guess they weren't able to make it. Shout out to you guys. My apologies. I would have gone on longer, but I do have some errands that I have to be tending to in a little bit, so I can only go for about an hour. But we still got through all the major things. We had a ton of fun, and until next time, we will see y'all. May the force be with y'all.